Good morning, everyone. Today we continue with Unit 4, Lesson 2, Disasters. So today we will review the last lesson's vocabulary and practice using prepositions of place and prepositions of movement. First, I'll review the vocabulary. Okay, class, repeat. Escape plan. Escape plan. Emergency services. Emergency services. Board up. Board up. Okay, can anyone tell me what is this? Just from this picture. Out, please. It's a fire extinguisher. Everyone repeat. Fire extinguisher. Extinguisher. Fire extinguisher. The next one, smoker. Smoker. Okay, it's the first aid kit. First aid kit. Batteries. Supplies. Supplies. Okay. Now you have reviewed all the vocabulary. We'll check how much you understand the vocabulary and the prepositions by playing the game. On the side of the class, you will be the blue team, and on the side of the class, you will be the red team. In this game, you will take turns rolling the dice. If you land on the question square, you must answer it correctly in order to move on, or else the other team can steal your point. Okay, now it's your turn, the blue team. What preposition do you fill in with? Near. Yes, it's correct. Okay. Okay, time's up, everyone. You have reviewed the vocabulary and the prepositions very well. So the winner for this game is the blue team. Okay, you will get a bonus point. And we can return to our lesson. First, let's go over prepositions of place. We have 4 prepositions of place under. Can you guess what preposition this is? Near, right? Outside and inside. Okay, there are 2 key points you need to remember about inside and outside. So inside, it is to talk about the location of things in buildings or containers. Containers is to keep or put something in, like a box. For example, the cat is inside the box. Outside is used as opposite to inside. For example, a cat is sitting outside the box. You must remember that we do not use inside for things in outdoor locations, such as the park or the street. For example, it is not okay to say the cat is inside the park. Next, we move on to prepositions of movement. There are 2 prepositions of movement, into and to. To means direction when you're going to a point or a place. For example, move to higher ground when there's a flood. Move to the roof when there's a flood. Into means movement, moving into a space. For example, don't drive or walk into flood water. Next is prepositions of place and movement. Usually go before noun or noun phrase. So noun phrase is a noun too. It can be a word or many words put together as a noun. For example, keep a fire extinguisher in a safe place. Where is the preposition in this sentence? You placed in. Give children and pets inside the house. Where is the preposition? Inside, right? Well done. So after in is a same place. After inside is the house. So a same place and the house are both noun phrases. So place is a noun you already know. House, a noun you already know. And same are other words that put together with place to make a noun, as a noun. So a same place is a noun phrase. The is put together with house as a noun too, so the house is a noun phrase. Now look at task A in your book or on the screen. You will read 6 happy sentences in this task and you circle the correct words. Okay, look at number 1. Can someone read number 1, please? Okay, thank you. Then what's the answer to number 1? Inside, right? So you circle inside as your answer. Now you do the rest. You will have 2 minutes to do this task. Let's check the answer. Look at the screen. Now you move on to the next part. Okay, look at task B in your book. B, fill in the blanks with the words in the box. So you will use the prepositions from this box to fill in these blanks. So I want your attention on number 2 and number 3. In and inside share the same meaning in Vietnamese. So when do you use in and when do you use inside? So the key point is inside are used for things in closed or specific spaces. Now look at number 3. Number 3, after inside is your house. And number 2, we use in. After in is a safe place. So between your house and a safe place, which one is more specific? You please. Your house is more specific. So we use inside for things that are in specific spaces. Task C, you will work with your partner. Describe where things are in the classroom and where you can move them to. For example, look at these 2 examples in your book. You will choose like 2 to 3 objects, like the textbook, the desk, and the bag. You will answer for me where are they and where you can move them to or put them. So first, like my textbook is on my desk. It's the answer to where are they. Okay, and next, where you can move them to, okay, or where you can put them to. I put my book inside my bag. Okay, so that's how you do this exercise. Now, book your partners. You have 5 minutes, then for some of you to train. You will learn how to stress children for negative advice. So what is negative advice? Negative advice is advice that has shouldn't or should not in it. For example, you shouldn't open the window. And we shouldn't show up late are all negative advice that has shouldn't in it. The tip to stress on shouldn't for negative advice is before you shouldn't, you pause for a second, then you stress on the word shouldn't. Class, listen to me. You shouldn't open the window. We shouldn't show up late. Okay, you please. Can you read these 2 sentences? Alright, good job. B, you will listen to these sentences and focus on underlined words.
Pronunciation. B. You shouldn't open the door. We shouldn't try to swim.
Okay, one more time, class.
Pronunciation. B.
Listen.
You shouldn't open the door. We shouldn't try to swim.
In the audio, they stress shouldn't and they pause before them. Next, you will listen to an audio and you will cross out the sentences that doesn't follow the note in A. That means you find out which one of these sentences doesn't stress on shouldn't.
C. We shouldn't try to drive. You shouldn't go to the beach.
Okay, listen one more time, class.
Pronunciation. C. We shouldn't try to drive. You shouldn't go to the beach.
Okay, I'll call someone to give you the answer. Now, please, give me the answer. Which one do you choose? The second sentence. Okay, let's check. Yes, it is. Okay, well done. Thank you. Sit down, please. Okay, so the answer is we shouldn't go to the beach because it's stressed on go, not shouldn't. The next task, you will read the sentences with the sentence stress noted in A. So you read these three sentences to your partner. You have 2 minutes for this task. Remember to stress on shouldn't. You two, please read these 2 sentences. Good job. You stress on shouldn't and you pause before it. When we move to the next task, speaking, you will work in pairs, take turns asking and answering about safety tips. First, I need you to look at these 5 pictures. Okay, so can you guess what it is? It is a flood. Next disaster is a typhoon. You can see the strong winds here, right? The next one is a wildfire. Next to it is a tsunami. And the last one is an earthquake. Work in pairs. One will ask, the other will answer. Then you switch roles. So you will use the boxes in task A, page 41. It has all the safety tips about these 5 disasters. And remember to use the sentences here to help you asking and answering about safety tips with your partner. Now you have 5 minutes to do this task. This is the answer key. So not all the safety tips are applied to all disasters, but there are some tips that are only applied to some disasters. For example, on this side of the table, on how to prepare for a disaster, tip number 4, move outdoor furniture inside your house, can only be applied to typhoons and wildfires. So tip number 3, move to high ground far from the sea, is only applied to the tsunami. Okay, this is about what to do during a disaster. So you should move outdoor furniture inside your house during a wildfire because the outdoor furniture, if you leave it outside, it can catch fire and bring flames into your house. Now, move to task B. You will practice with your own ideas. Here are 2 ideas that I give you: turn off gas and electricity. So, is this to prepare for or to follow during a disaster? Yes, it is to prepare for a disaster. Follow evacuation orders is to follow during a disaster. I'll divide you into groups. There are 4 groups. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4, you will make a poster about safety tips. You will make 3 safety tips and design and discuss what you should and shouldn't do before and during disasters in your poster. Now, Group 1, you will make a poster about flood, Group 2, typhoon, Group 3, tsunami, and Group 4, earthquake. I'll give you 10 minutes to make and design your poster, and then I'll move around to check your work. Okay, everyone, time's up. Now you move to this task. I will give you give each group a survey table like this one on the screen. Okay, one person in your group will stay to be a presenter. The other members will move to other groups to take notes, to write down 3 safety tips, their most useful tip, and why it is the most useful one. Okay, for example, Group 1, I will be the presenter. The other members will go to 3 other groups to take notes, to fill in this survey table. Now I will give you these tables. You have 5 minutes to fill in this table. I'll move around to check your work. For today's lesson, you have learned prepositions of place and movement. You also learn how to what to do before and during a disaster. You also work in groups and pairs to ask and answer about disaster safety tips. And the last one, you also learn how to stress on shouldn't for negative advice. So good work today, class. Okay, so I'll give you homework for today's lesson. Remember to prepare for Unit 4, Lesson 3. And now it's the end of our lesson. Thank you for today.